So finally, after 5 weeks being in the trade, my target for the Aussie USD long was hit yesterday. I think it's a great example to show how much patience you really need to have when it comes to trading, particularly on the trade that really goes nowhere, yet at the same time, the analysis that takes you into the trade is still valid. This is one such example. I had to wait and just hang it out there. I didn't adjust my target, didn't close out early, but all I did was manage my risk accordingly by moving my stop loss up slowly as I see appropriate. I didn't go to break even straight away. I didn't close out half profit. I had a plan, one target, one stop. Either the target gets hit or the stop gets hit. So that's a little good news for this week. Coming back to the analysis that I made on Tuesday, a lot of them turn out to be correct in terms of the direction and the move. But like always, it's much harder to actually try to find a reasonable entry, stop loss and target. So let's go back to Aussie Japanese yen. Now on Tuesday, I said that I was looking for a pullback back down to the 79.80 level. And we're looking at the smaller time frame here, the 4-hour chart. So when I made that video, price was at 80, round about there. It was not far from 79.80. And unfortunately, price never got down to 79.80 before pushing up again. So this is the move that I would like to have traded had it gone a bit deeper. So if it had gone a little bit deeper, say down to here, would have given me an opportunity to enter before it shoot up. This is the kind of price action movement that I know how to trade, because I've seen it happen so many times over and over, regardless of what currency pairs I'm looking at. Euro Japanese yen, what have we got? Tuesday's video, I said I was looking for signs of sellers in control at resistance at 212665. It didn't happen because yesterday's candle, this candle here, although it closed below resistance, the candle itself says nothing that sellers are in control. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's telling me that buyers are still very much in control. So for now, there is nothing that I can do. I wouldn't be able to trade this, and perhaps I won't be able to. I am, however, watching this on the smaller time frame, and my favorite small time frame is actually the 4-hour chart. So right now, there is nothing to short. However, I am looking to see if sellers can take this low. Now, this is quite a big low to take out, but if they can, let's say if they're able to push down, break through that, that is a key. Then if it does come up, that's where I like to be entering with a sell limit. So we'll keep an eye on this to see how we go. The euro dollar, I wasn't able to find any opportunity for me to go short after the close of Tuesday's candle. So this was Tuesday's candle. It was a good strong bearish candle. So at the time, it was a good sign that sellers are in control. However, because it closed very low, almost at the lowest of its day, to enter here meant that I must have had a rather large stop loss, and putting my target, because I like to put my target above support, doing so wouldn't give me the right risk to reward ratio. So my decision was to wait it out and see what happened. As of right now, I can tell you that there is still nothing that I can trade. Once again, I am looking at the smaller time frame, the 4-hour chart, but I've also put in this uptrend line here because I think this could come into play. Look like price is progressively being pushed up, and right now it is as though this 1.13 resistance level may not in fact be holding. So we'll see how that goes. The key level here for me to watch is actually this level here. So we're talking about 1.1280. That's the key level. If price can push below, break below, and also close below this on a smaller time frame as well as the large time frame, then the case to short this pair is back on. But right now, there is no intention for me to short this pair whatsoever because I cannot see any good entry for me to take at all. the pound US dollar is still trapped within this downward trend line that I've drawn, and in fact it looks like the squeeze is getting much tighter as this trend line extends. So it gets to some point where something has to happen. It either explodes up or explodes down. Like I said on Tuesday, I am prepared to trade a case if it goes below support, but if it breaks above, I don't think I will be able to trade that. I might try that as a demo to gain more learning experience. USD CAD. This turned out to be a bit of a disappointment because clearly price has bounced away from the two levels that I've mentioned from Tuesday's video, but unfortunately I just was not able to trade it. And the reason for that is because I locked myself out of my office for a couple hours. It's a rather stupid error for me, but it did happen. And when I got back in, price was sitting around here, so about 1.3360 right here when I got back in. And at that time, looking at the risk reward, I would have had a 47 pip stop and a target of 60. That just doesn't make sense in my book, so I had to sit and wait this trade out. As you can see, price actually continued, got down to here, and looked like it might have bounced again. So if it does come back up to the top of the channel, I will be prepared to take a short, and this time I'm gonna make sure I'm not gonna lock myself out of my office again. USD Japanese yen. On Tuesday's video, I mentioned that I was looking for signs of indecision at resistance. It doesn't appear as though that was the case after yesterday's candle. Today, however, is a different story. And in fact, I am watching on the smaller time frame to see if price can actually take out yesterday's low. It looked like it might have done that, but by just a tick. And what I need to see is a strong candle that closes below that. So if that does happen, say price can do that, again looking to enter on a pullback, hoping to catch price when it does that. So this is the key. That's where I want to be entering the trade. And last but not least, let's have a look at gold. This was my trade that I put in for gold as soon as I saw that 1280 support was broken. And as you can see, it's not been filled because it was missed by a tiniest of margin. So we'll go down to the 4-hour chart. So again, Tuesday's video, I mentioned if I can see support been broken, particularly on the daily chart, I'm going to put a sell limit at 1280, looking to catch price as it comes back up and falls again. I did do that. My sell limit is exactly at 1280, and it was missed by, I would say, 2 pips, and 2 pips in gold is not a lot at all. So as it stands, I'm gonna have to take away my orders pretty soon because it looks like I've missed the boat. It's a clear move that I've seen, comes down there, breaks support, comes back up within 2 pips of where I wanted to enter, and now it appears as though it continues to fall again. So it is unfortunate that it has happened, but everything is a learning opportunity, and if I continue to learn, one day, hopefully, I would be able to take advantage and trade these moves correctly. So thank you very much for watching this update. I will see you next week.